I don't care. I have to go.
Welcome to all. My name is Jenna Frola, and I have the privilege and honor of being the first to congratulate the class of 2021 on making it here, despite the circumstances we've endured these past few years. I'm not going to make us all do a group pat yourself on the back or anything, but I would like to encourage my fellow graduates to take at least a few minutes to just stop and be proud of yourself for making it to the chair you're seated in right now. We've all had struggles and successes. Many sleepless nights have been spent making sure projects get completed, tests get studied for, or schedules get divvied up just right to make sure everything fits, all in the hopes that we receive that piece of paper that confirms we did it. We made it through 4 years of high school, 13 years of primary and secondary education. Countless hours were put into homework, sports, extracurriculars, volunteer work, jobs, and more, and that effort has not gone unnoticed. Today is a day for everyone to celebrate us, but make sure you also take time to recognize your own accomplishments. I want to thank you all for your attention, because I am going to have the longer speech of today, but someone's got to do it, right? I had a lot I wanted to say, but I'm pretty sure everyone zones out around 7 minutes in, and I definitely get pulled off stage before 20. So I limited myself to 3 pieces of advice I value, and think you can get us closer to being happier adults. If I should say, when I end up sounding like those self-help books that you skim through in Barnes & Noble, please understand it's because these are skills I aspire to get better at. I'm talking to myself as much as you. 1. As you sit here, we're hours away from being done with the journey that was high school. I want you to think back to our first day. We were assigned mentor groups and handed a piece of paper and instructed to write goals. Some were meant to be personal, some academic, some were short-term, and the others were long-term. Maybe you accomplished all your goals. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you recycled the paper as you walked out the door and forgot all about it. But I'm not here to preach about setting SMART goals where you break down exactly how you plan to achieve everything. Frankly, I'm horrible at those. I never follow through. But having goals and aspirations is good. It gives you a sense of direction and purpose. They don't have to be huge goals like start a nonprofit that cleans the entire ocean and guarantees world peace simultaneously for them to be valid. Maybe you want to spend the next several months fixing up your greenhouse truck. That's great. As long as you don't hurt yourself or others, don't let anyone tell you your goals are wrong. They're your goals, and that alone makes them worthwhile. 2. Throughout quarantine, I was a fan of a YouTube channel whose name was the Latin translation of 1 year. 2 guys named Mark and Ethan came up with the idea to make 1 video a day together for an entire year, and at midnight on the 365th day, they would delete the channel. And at midnight on November 14th, the 1 year anniversary, they did that. It sounds crazy to put that much effort into something just to willingly destroy it at the end. But the whole point of the channel was to encourage people to live in the moment and make the most of the time they've been given. It's perfectly fine to have keepsakes and to reminisce on fun memories with old photos. I'm a memory hoarder myself, but you have to leave the past at some point to live in the present and plan for the future. As one of the creators said, the sands of time cascade ever onwards, which is a very dramatic way to say that our time is limited. I encourage you to make the most of the time you've been given. Learn a second language, train to climb a mountain, pick up a hobby that you'll drop a month later. Decide to do something, then do your best to see it through. Don't let yourself live with what ifs. Don't let fear hold you back from something you really want. Just try and see what happens. 3. This pandemic has robbed us of time, of money, of energy, of conclusive endings. But perhaps most importantly, it's robbed us of memories and connections. Whenever adults find out I'm a senior, I get the classic, congratulations. But more often than not, it's been followed by condolences. They reminisce on how senior year was their year, and say they're really sorry I didn't get to have those experiences. Whether you want to frame it as making up for lost time, or simply making the rest of your life nicer, I encourage you to romanticize the little things, and prioritize them at the same level as the big things. Spend an hour looking at art from your favorite artist. Make the 3-hour car trip with your friends on the way to see a concert just as memorable as the concert itself. to point out that beautiful flower to a stranger who was looking the wrong way. You don't have to schedule your happiness to only occur on the weekends. Do something fun on a Wednesday afternoon. Life can and will be a grind, but you can make it easier for yourself. You should try to. To wrap this up, I want to say some thank yous. Thank you to everyone who made today possible, any Alliance staff, our school staff, the Music Involved juniors and sophomores that volunteered their time to make our sound fuller. Being able to have an in-person graduation has been so important to so many people, and we thankfully get to experience it. Thank you to every teacher who has had the pleasure of having my presence in your classroom, especially on the days when I was a less than ideal student to teach. I literally would not be standing here today were it not for your efforts. And I'm not supposed to use the word literally all willy-nilly in formal writing, so you know I mean that sincerely. Thank you to my parents for pushing me and supporting me in every way they could. Thank you to every coach or club leader who took the time out of their days to teach me new skills and support me in my endeavors. Thank you to my friends for keeping me sane, especially this year. And finally, thank you to my little brother for keeping me healthy on the brink of insanity. Being cooped up with him for so long has been just a bit more a curse than a blessing. Words are rarely sufficient in capturing the thoughts and feelings that zoom around my brain, but I hope today they were at least enough to not put you to sleep, to maybe inspire you a little bit, and to express my profound gratitude. Thank you. Next, our choir concert will perform a song entitled Be a Light. This is a message to our classmates as we all figure out how to make our way going forward. In a world full of hate, be a light. When you do somebody wrong, make it right. Don't hide in the dark, you were born to shine. In a world full of hate, be a light.
friends, and of course, the class of 2021. Thank you for being here today. To my fellow classmates, soon-to-be graduates, we did it. This is the day we have been working towards. We are about to get that little piece of paper with our names on it. Sorry, scratch that. We are about to walk across the stage and then have our diplomas mailed to us. Sorry about that. 1,374 days ago, we walked into the high school as scared and confused little freshmen. Back then, graduation day seemed so far off, as if it would just never happen. Now, here we are. Look around. Look at your fellow classmates. We did it. As sad as it is to say, though, this may be the last time we are all together as an entire class. Although our graduation marks the end of our accomplishments at Mount Horeb High School, it is not the end of our achievements in life. This transition from childhood to adulthood, despite not having been such a smooth ride as many of us were hoping, is still a huge accomplishment. Be proud of yourselves. From the pandemic at the beginning of junior year, to the portable classrooms at the beginning of sophomore year, and then the delightful time we all had in virtual classes senior year, we've been through a lot, and that is putting it lightly. Again, the most exciting thing though, is that we aren't even close to being done with life yet. Our graduation is not the end of our growth. It is just the beginning step into who we all are individually meant to be. Our individuality is the most important thing that we have found in our high school experience. It has brought us this far, and it will continue to propel us into each of our futures. With that said though, I do acknowledge the fact that I am standing up here looking at all of you guys in identical caps and gowns, telling you that your individuality is the key to your success. I know that doesn't make much sense, but stick with me. Finally, I would like to leave you with one quote by Steve Jobs. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living somebody else's life. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. As important as it is, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They already know who you really want to become. Today, we stand here as graduates. As we step out of high school, remember that graduation is not our final goal. It is just a small part of each of our lives. Wherever the future takes us, let it take each of us somewhere. This graduation serves as a launching point for each and every one of us, projecting us to wherever we need to be, whether that be landing a career, going on to higher education, or taking up a trade. As we leave high school, we may not remember all those seemingly pointless math equations, sorry, Ms. Munson, all of those biology terms, again, sorry, Ms. Clark, and even how to cite a text in MLA formats. And last but not least, again, Mr. Malecki, I'm sorry, I don't remember much from AP World History. I'm gonna be honest. But remember the impact that all those teachers had on us. Also remember the very last time we all were at our home sporting events. And for many of us, the excitement that we all felt while singing in the choir and playing with the band. Those are your high school memories. They taught us so much. Do not forget those. They are what made us who we are today. Again, to my fellow classmates in the class of 2021, look around. We did it. Thank you. Our next musical selection will be from the members of the Mount Horeb High School Band. They will be playing a song called Baba Yetu. This was originally written for the soundtrack of a video game, Civilization 4. Please turn your attention to the band.
2021, thank you so much for asking me to be a part of your special day. I'm honored to be able to end my 20 years at Mount Horeb High School with all of you. I've been working at the high school for a long time, and your 4 years were like nothing I'd ever seen. As a class, you dealt with so many challenges. When you were freshmen, you had to endure motivational Mondays and the beginning of the construction project, and yet you finished that year relatively unscathed. As sophomores, like Jenna mentioned, you attended classes in portables, at the bus garage, on the auditorium stage. You listened to booming demolition daily, and yet you carried on. As juniors, you moved into the new and improved high school expecting a fresh start, and then got sucker punched by COVID-19. No extracurriculars, no band show, no spring sports season, no drive your tractors to school day. This was the beginning of virtual learning, and yet you persevered. Your senior year started out with the staff seeing you only online, or not at all if you didn't have your cameras turned on. Eventually, most of you did return in person, and I was delighted to see the upper halves of your beautiful faces. 2021 saw the return of activities in sports, a magical junior-senior prom, and here you are at your in-person graduation with no masks. While it may not have been the high school experience you envisioned, it was an experience that should make you all realize that you are much stronger than you think you are. You stayed focused, you continued to support one another, you helped those in our community that were struggling. You made a difference in so many people's lives. Your kindness and your compassion did not go unnoticed. These qualities that you possess have been nurtured and recognized by your friends, your teachers, your family. Take a minute to look around and acknowledge the people that love you. Your friends, your teachers, your families. These are your people, and they'll be here for you always. Again, acknowledging Mrs. Munson, she shared a story with me that I'd like you all to hear. It's titled The Starfish Story by Lauren Isley. One day, a man was walking along the beach when he noticed a child picking something up and gently throwing it into the ocean. Approaching the child, he asked, "What are you doing?" The youth replied, "Throwing starfish back into the ocean. The surf is up, and the tide is going out. If I don't throw them back, they'll die." The man said, "Don't you realize that there are miles and miles of beach and millions of starfish? You can't make a difference." And after listening politely, the child bent down, picked up another starfish, and threw it into the surf, and then turned to the man and smiled and said, "I made a difference for that one." As you move from MHHS, some of you will stay close, some of you will travel far, but all of you will carry this collective experience that you call high school. For you, the class of 2021, your high school years included life experiences that built strength and fostered compassion. As you move forward, all of you will make mistakes. You'll be disappointed, you'll experience losses, but you will also discover love, you'll attain success, and you will find peace in the amazing person that you are. Believe in yourself, never stop learning, and remember most importantly that kindness always matters. Use your strength and compassion to make a difference. Congratulations, Mount Horeb High School class of 2021.
And I'm here to tell you, Forever Vikings, you are enough. But what I want you to ask yourselves at the end of each day is, have I done enough? Easton LaChapelle was a 14-year-old boy living in Colorado when he built a prototype for a robotic hand out of Legos and fishing line. It won him 3rd place in his science fair. As fate would have it, a 7-year-old girl visited his exhibit that day. She had a prosthetic arm, one that cost $80,000. It was then that young Easton thought, haven't done enough. Easton spent the next 6 years perfecting his prototype using 3D printing and managed to bring the production price for a prosthetic arm down to just $350. Perhaps more impressive yet, he gave away his design for free. Katie Stagliano, a 9-year-old 3rd grader, who brought home a tiny cabbage seedling from her school. I like to imagine her clutching a paper Dixie cup on the bumpy bus, leaning over that little sprout so it wouldn't spill on the seat. That cabbage seedling grew into a record-breaking 40-pound cabbage. Katie knew she had something special, and she knew she hadn't done enough simply by being an awesome 3rd-grade gardener. She donated that cabbage to a soup kitchen, where it was turned into cabbage soup that fed 275 people that day. Community members were so moved by her experience, they started training other youth gardeners. And so Katie's Crops was born, a fresh produce supplier to soup kitchens operating in 30 states, all led by youth. I like these stories because Legos and fishing line and a humble cabbage seed are low-cost, low-entry points that change the world. There are bigger youth names, of course, activists and revolutionists making headlines every day. But you don't even need to raise your voice to make an impact. You just need to be loud enough to ask. Usually around the band show or by prom. By the first football game, I only hear one coyote calling down over the fields. But one is all I need for the reminder. Have I done enough? What will be your reminder to ask yourself this question? The sound of the lamp clicking off, the way your family says, see you in the morning. What you'll have today that Easton with his Legos and fishing line and Katie with her little cabbage seed did not is a diploma. And not a diploma from anywhere, but from a community that already supports you and wants you to succeed, starting you out ahead. And whether you'll move on from Mount Horeb to another suburb, or a tranquil farming town, or a vibrant, dynamic metropolis that's not even on your radar yet, your ideas and ability to set good work into motion is urgently needed. I've never really bought into the idea that youth are the future. Your time is right now, when you have the most stamina and creative energy for change. And I can guarantee you can find people to help you with whatever good work you want to get done until you decide that, yes, I've done enough. Congratulations on today's achievement, and we're watching all that you've yet to do.
This is Mr. Lundquist. This is your last podcast to listen to and actually not pay attention to. Joking. I'm not going to do that. A lot of people here have kind of actually said the things I've got on these pieces of paper. You know, I'm just going to start with having you look around. I think Mo would talk a little bit about that. And looking around. And the best part about looking around here is we're here together, in person, being able to celebrate you as a class and all that you've been through. I'm not going to go on about the things you've been through. You know the things you've been through. They've been listed here. But the one thing I want you to do is to appreciate those things and those people that you have with you today. The people that are on the right of you, the left of you, behind you, your family. I also want you to honor and remember those that are not here today. Whether it's family, friends, colleagues, acquaintances, we're all here together in person to celebrate this class. Now, to try to find parting words for a group that has been through so much, I don't really know what to say to you. You've been through a ton. The class of 21 has taught me and all of us so much about resilience and about perseverance. What on earth could I say that you would even remember? So, I'm going to keep it short. I'm not going to read any books to you. I'll be shorter than my podcast. And I know the more that I talk, the less you'll remember. So I'm just going to share a quote with you that's near and dear to my heart, to the band some of you know that I like, it's the Grateful Dead. This is a lyric that sits in my office by my desk. It sits at my office at home by my desk. Just want you to take it in and think about what it means to you and what it conveys to you. Now, I want to sing it, but if you sat in the cafeteria during my karaoke, you know that that's not the best idea, so I'll just say it. Once in a while, you get shown the light in the strangest of places if you look at it right. This is one of those times where it is strange, it's hard, it's been difficult to find light in what you've experienced over the last 2 years is going to be difficult. But those 2 years are not your entire educational experience. Do not let those 2 years define who you are or what your educational experience was in Mount Horeb, but allow it to shape you as the water does a river, just slightly better off in the end. Dr. Salerno, Superintendent of Schools, and school board members, it is my distinct honor to certify the students here today met all the requirements set forth by the state of Wisconsin Public Instruction and the graduation requirements by the Mount Horeb Area School District. Congratulations, seniors.
Good afternoon. I join in congratulating all of you in the class of 2021 on this very auspicious occasion. You know, the term alumni means graduates of a learning institution, and in a few minutes you're going to be alumni of the Mount Horeb Area School District. The word comes from a Latin phrase that means one who has been nourished. And it's safe to say over the course of the past 13 years you have been nourished by this school district. As you leave and you commence upon the next stage in your life, fortified by that nourishment, please remember to treat the Mount Horeb Area School District like you would your mother. Keep in touch. Let us know what you're up to. Come and visit us often. And support the current and future students of the Mount Horeb Area School District as they did for you. We are always glad to welcome you back. Be proud of your alma mater as we are proud of you. Principal Lundquist, Board of Education Directors, and all who are present here today, it is my honor to receive the class of 2021. I am truly proud to be a Viking, and I hope you are too. May God bless you.
Selena Ackerman. Naomi Kanan. Marin Dans. Parker Vargo. Emily Fountas. Ethan Frank. Thomas Hilt. Noah Jacobson. Alexander Kelscher. Petra Kittleson. Clara Lashinsky. Esme Lisdas. Eleanor Olson. Olivia Pelletier. Madeline Riggs. Braden Schleip. Lorenz Cyber. Ethan Siltla. Maggie Spitzbar. Henry Brown. Claudia Cassidy. Shannon Collier. Gabriel Barr. Inez Gio. Molly McGuire. Lucas McGuire. Kylie Newville. Isabella Recati. Sydney Schultz. Allison Gundrum. Lillian Jungles. Sam Kellispick. Logan Kimpton. Lucas Kittleson. Jonas Cadeau. Jenna Corolla. Drew Benish. Ruby. Ariana Tweedy. Christiana Wagan. Madeline Wagan. Hunter Warner. Nadia Wallowich. Aiden Wood. Liam Dumas. Catherine Ashbach. Gracie Alberts. Taya Amadin. Lainey Anderson. Mara Onison. Blake Arndt. Connor Arneson. Tyler Banfield. Jameson Baumeister. Shaylee Bengree. Nicole Klein. Allison Klein. McKenna Copris. Lucas Kramer. Jaden Chris. Anna Leibfried. Jared Leisinger. Colin Loger. Ellie Lombardo. Chelsea Long. Julia Magnuson. Hi, Julia. Isabella Martinez. Gavin Martinson. John Mason. James Mathieson. Emily Hughes. Eden Hughes. Brianna Judd.
McCoy. Alexander Betzel. Charles Bogue. Samantha Bauer. Jack Brown. Noah Brown. Dominic Brzezinski. Abigail Briggs. Sullivan Buchner. Mason Butner. Ava Carr. Owen Cornell. Lydia Cowden. Anthony Culberson. Donovan Dahlgren. Caitlin Dahl. Bennett Davis. Carter Ackerman. Edu Melendez. Elliot Michaels. Caitlin Mindham. Zachary Minter. Samuel Mrochek. Lucas Munoz. Zoe Munson. Madeline Nelson. Sawyer Norby. Andrea O'Connell. Jared Okeson. Anna Olenden. Grace O'Neill. Sydney Carcos. Megan Farrell. Grace Churston. Garrett Classy. Carter Klinko. Gabrielle Dilbriner. Juan Dominguez. Danielle Douglas. Hannah Dressler. Neil Dressler. Logan Dunn. Trinity Dearson. Alexander Einclub. Kaylee Eartham. Sam Farrell. Jordan Freetag. Lily Friel. Kai Fuchs. Tanner Gassman. Dawson Geisler. Catherine Geisler. Camille Ginter. Eric Berg. Reese Brick. Larissa Ricker. Sean Ricker. Morgan Ring. Willow Rothenberg. Emily Roya. Marissa Rumler. Angel Salazar. Bethany Salib.